What's up? Long time no see. So this analysis and opinion of like Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, a sequel to Infinite Wealth, with a new protagonist and hilarious variety of the missions. And actually my feeling about that, and today Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth was the one of the best RPGs, if not best. Well, on my opinion. Last year, so Ryuga Gogo to Studio New Game had to set a high bar, and luckily the team has lived up to it, especially in Lucky Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, and that's the breaking the mold. So forget Ichiban or Kazuma, because the protagonist of this installment is Goro Majima, that is an unclassified character, sometimes a villain, sometimes a tough companion, who here starts from the scratch with a somewhat trite excuse, but very, very useful, and that will give a lot of play. He has lost his memory. On a small island near Hawaii, he must try to remember what happened, even though he is, while unraveling the mysteries surrounding the red already known island, Neely, and sometimes even juicier, Esperanza, a lost of Spanish treasures with more just the bridges. Well, to do so, he must combine his initiate Yakuza skills with a new way of life, being the captain, not the captain, but the captain of the pirate ship, right? Like Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii review, you will know about this, how to play, what to do, how many hours do I play, and everything which is related to this game. The development is that one of the most traditional Yakuza with real-time combat and exploration of the huge maps, but also with elements of typical pirate adventure. As for the combat, we have Goro's own style, the Mad Dog, which is based on very fast combos at short distances with Ignite. And this mode, we can pick up objects from the stage to temporarily hit harder and execute holds. Of course, if we will the heat meter, we can give rise to special movements whenever it be hitting the opponent against a wall, executing fatalities with the dog face, and of course, there are also combined movements with the fighting partners, but this is the most evident in the second fighting style created for the occasion, while the Sea Wolf. Only in it can we use to the called dark instruments, musical instruments that having the madness meter, full executed lethal summons like a ghost sharks. In this Sea Dog mode, which we can jump into at any time, Goro uses the two cut laces to carry out very powerful attacks. We can throw them like a boomerang, and later on we unlock the possibility of using a slow loading gun and even a grappling hook with a rope. Outside of the combat, this grappling hook can be used to climb ledges and search for the treasures, among other things, but of course the biggest change in narrative and gameplay, it is the ship we have to captain. On the other hand, this gives us momentum of the sailing the sea, wherever we can come across the lighthouse that unlocks fast travel points, islands where we can disembark to search for treasures after a few fights of course naval battles, which we have a fundamental weight in many moments. While completing the task, all kinds will be crucial to increasing our pirate reputation and allow us to access new missions. Since this, like a dragon, our ship will be completely unaffected by the realism, so we can customize it with a turbo, ice shooting cannons, infernal aggression, and much more, as long as we have the money and materials needed, which will take quite a bit of time. This, when we advance, will serve to conceive some fairly fast and crazy battles, which usually culminate in the boarding of the enemy's main fleet to finish off the massive fights on the deck. Travel with us 1001 plays the Pirate Yakuza crew. At this time and this point, of course, we have to talk about the crew, although there will be some key characters who will always accompany us. An important dynamic will consist of finding and recruiting people to join the ship, and as they participate in skirmishes, they will level up. This is important because leveling is only important in the naval aspect. When we are on the land, Goro will not help out through it will be important to spend money and experience points to acquire improvements such as increasing the health bar or new movements in a combat. Returning to the crew, some companions will specialize in the support roles other than in other hand combat. Finding our ideal army and helping them level up throughout the combat will be a very entertaining task. Depending on our success or failure in battles, this morale may rise and fall. This will affect their performance. We can give them a little push with the gifts or by organizing banquets and the parties of the ship as long as we have the necessary food. With the battle at full capacity, we will enjoy simple yet direct and fun naval battles. Of course, the best thing would be to enter the tournament to see who is the best buccaneer of all. We can even fight against the robot pirates or the sumo wrestles. Well, what a bizarre game, right? Aside from these main tasks, you can expect the traditional tons of side quests and minigames, such as grilling food, finding performance and chaining rings, Mario Kart type styles, cannon bashing, or cooking sessions where you chop ingredients at the top speed. Of course, Sega Click Seeks couldn't be left out as an extra. There are over a dozen Master System games to try out, as well as more modern games like Virtua Fighter 3 TB. While the latest games can be enjoyed in multiplayer from the main menu in the game as was created in previous adventure, a plus for the Sega fans. Many familiar minigames also return, such as the hilarious pervert photography darts, finding friends in Aloha links, or a theory test at the academy. And precisely there we can find the main problem of the game. It recycles a lot of content from Infinite Wealth. From the Honolulu map to a good part of the characters, but leaving aside some elements like Dondoko Island. Game length, it's about, you will take, well, the main adventure probably around 20 hours, with a bit of entertainment there and here, which is not bad at all, but it is far from the estimated length of the previous game, which will be more than the double. Even so, there are a ton of the tasks, so it will probably take you around 30 to 40 hours to complete everything for 100%. It is a similar case to the man who erased his name, with the added problem when the Goro is reset, he is too reminiscent of Ichiban in his behavior. He is a free spirit, but accepts in certain faced combat. He lacks the original character point of uncontrolled sadism. Although this sometimes gives us a certain feeling of déjà vu, the truth is that the change in Goro has its explanation, and in fact, it serves to ouch an emotional final stretch with a post-credits scene after completing the game that is the most elegant and reflective things Ruga Gogo 2 Studios have ever done. So, what should I say? I played on the PlayStation 5 option, so the best thing what I like is gameplay and the story are totally uninhibited, and as always, there are tons of minigames and the side quest, and its characters are the best, so this is the best about that. Let's talk about the worst about worst. It recycled quite a few elements from the Infinite Wealth. On a technical level, it is solid, but it's time to really take advantage of the potential of PlayStation 5, an Xbox Series, and a new gene. So, what I can say, the next Yakuza will surely be the real step out of the franchise, but in the meantime, this game will give you dozens of hours uninhibited fun. It's crazy, and if you're a fan of the pirates, I strongly recommend you to play that. This especially when you know that we have a bunch of the projects that already fell off, like we all know, the Skull and Bones and stuff. So this is the best game what I ever played probably on the PlayStation 5 about the pirate settings. So I strongly recommend you guys to play. You have a wonderful day, night, or whatever you are watching this video. Bye bye.